Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a slightly different 2025 marathon recap.
About a lot of different things. Riley Claremont doing yeoman's work down there.
Look, I don't want to solve anybody, but please, bring your mind.
You guys know, marathon time, 5 seconds away! And now it is 3, 2, 1, go!
So, reasons why this is going to be different. One of the main ones being that I got up marathon morning and got all the way to the race and realized that my Osmo Pocket did not charge at all. And, it could have just been because of the cold weather we were dealing with. But so that's what I use to do race stuff when it's dark. So all of the stuff you're getting ready to see up until Animal Kingdom was done on my phone. So apologize for quality and shakiness. But the GoPro just ghosts a little too much for me at the nighttime, so I didn't even bother trying to use it. And the other reason why you'll be seeing a lot of me sitting here throughout this race recap was because of this. I made a list for each mile of different groups of people or specific people that have encouraged me, inspired me, getting to Dopey and all of that. And I totally left this card in the camper. The idea was that I was going to talk about each of these people or groups as I got to each mile, which ended up working out, I guess, because I didn't really have the camera I wanted to do that with anyway, because my Osmo Pocket had died. So we're going to do it sporadically as we go through this race recap.
Not yet. Keep my eyes open though. By the way, I'm at that point now where my glasses have fogged up, so I've taken them.
So these are in no particular order, only that family members obviously are right here at the beginning. So mile 1 is for my husband, Lance. He sometimes begrudgingly, but I know he really does support me and encourages me and is my biggest cheerleader. Allows me to be able to travel for these races and allows me to go out and do long runs, stays here, takes care of dogs and, household things when I'm gone, doing a 20-mile run and gone for several hours because that's how long it takes me. I am so incredibly grateful and blessed to have such an amazing husband. So I love you, Lance, and mile 1 is for you. And a very, very close second. And it really isn't even like a place thing, but mile 2 is for my dad. Running before I even knew I liked running. When I was young, we would do 1-milers. When my sister and I were kids, Dad would do them with us. He's run several marathons, and even though he can't run quite as much or not really at all anymore, he still gets out there and does good for himself, goes for walks. I'm so looking forward to doing a Peachtree Road Race this summer with him. But he's always up for if I need a good long walk as part of my, Galloway training, he's up for it. So I love you, Dad, and mile 2 is for you. My third is my sister, Katie. She completed her second Dopey, her third marathon, and she is just going to keep breaking those time goals. She's going to keep making new PRs. I just think she's absolutely fantastic, and I love chasing down these goals after her. She's done 2 Dopey, so even though I was like, man, Dopey's hard, I might have to do a second Dopey just because she has, it's a sister thing. I'm totally kidding. But she is obviously my biggest Dopey inspiration. So I love you, Katie. Keep setting new goals for yourself. And it's just so fun to watch you achieve all of them. Mile 3 is for you. All right, mile 4 is for my mom. She is just as much of a cheerleader as my husband and my dad is. Not anything to do with running, but you know, just a sign of her being the biggest cheerleader is remembering how many gymnastics practices she took me to, how many meets she had to drive to, and you know, gymnastics meets are very, very long, and she would be there the whole time, you know, supporting me in that, as well as my dad. But I always know that I'll have the biggest cheerleader in my family. So, Mom, mile 4 is for you. I love you. All right, I will do mile 5 and 6 together. Mile 5 and 6 are for my stepkids, Allison and Curtis. Allison's getting ready to graduate college, and Curtis is a couple of years away from graduating, but I started running because they did back in middle school when they hadn't quite got the speed that they have now, and I was able to keep up with them. That is definitely how my running journey started, was, you know, just taking the time to go out on like a mile or 2 run with them while they were running for middle school cross country. And Allison actually just finished her first ultra marathon, really the first time she's ever gone that sort of distance ever. I think maybe her longest run must have been in the teens, like past half, but not quite to 20. And she went out and just did a 50K. So she is, you know, setting more bars along, just like my sister, setting more bars for me to reach. So both my stepkids are fantastic, and I am so thankful that they got me into this. So I love you both, Allison and Curtis. Mile 5 and 6 are for you. Mile 7, the other half of Mouse Gen, Lake, my brother-in-law. He is a fantastic runner. I know before they stopped doing it, you know, he's got several age group awards from Run Disney races in his really awesome office at their house. And I think that he has a very good balance of, you know, pushing yourself but having fun at the same time, because you know they start in Corral A and they keep a very good pace. You know, seems fast for me, but I know it's easy for them. But at the same time, all you got to do is look at their race photos and know that they're having the best time while continuing to push themselves. That whole Corral A crew. So I love you, Lake. Thank you for, you know, showing how to push yourself and also have fun at the same time. Mile 7, it's for you. All right, mile 8 is someone that I don't get to hang out with nearly enough, but I so enjoy every time I get to, and it's actually Lake's mom, Stephanie. We got to do Disneyland together, and I always call myself an honorary sprinkle whenever it's me, Katie, Lake, and then various members of the Sprinkle family. And the family is just fantastic, and I absolutely love Stephanie, and I cannot wait till we get to do another Run Disney race together. I'm hoping that'll be soon. You know, obviously I'm gonna be gone for a bit, but I'm hoping it'll be soon. Stephanie, I love you. Can't wait to see you again. Mile 8 is for you. Mile 9 is for another member of Lake's family, Sky. She actually threw a pasta party for myself, like Katie, and a few of our Dopey runners the night before the marathon. And I just thought that was the nicest, most awesome thing someone could do, is to have all these people over and feed us, and just a way to encourage us for that marathon the next day. Sky, you were completely awesome. I love hanging out with you. Like I said, the whole Sprinkle clan. I love being an honorary Sprinkle when we're all hanging out. So I can't wait to see you again and do Run Disney with you again. Mile 9 is for you, Sky. Mile 10 is for my best run buddy, Emily. You've seen Emily on the channel. She's my long run buddy. She's always down for a good long run. And she is as much of a cheerleader as all the people that I've already mentioned. My husband likes to call her my enabler. She's down for any race I want to sign up for. I would not have gotten as far as I have without her. So I love you, Emily, and Mile 10 is for you. Mile 11 is for someone I met through Instagram, YouTube, and through Run Disney, and that's Jennifer from Olive Branch Inspirations. I love that we still are able, even though we've only actually met in person a couple of times, that we still, keep track of each other, encourage each other, and I can't wait to actually get to run a race with you. Hopefully that'll happen sometime soon. But I hope you are doing so well, and Mile 11 is for you. Thanks for always encouraging me. All right, Mile 12 is for a very, very special person. I just recently heard him called, I believe it was the godfather of like Run Disney race recaps or something, but that's Gerald from Res Runs. And I know we don't hear a whole lot from Gerald anymore, but I still go back and watch old race recaps and old training videos of his, because what he overcame, I believe, is just absolutely amazing with his visual impairment, and not letting that stop him from doing things like Goofy, doing things like Dopey, and showing how this community can be so supportive of each other. So Gerald, thank you. I hope you never take down your YouTube channel, because I will still constantly go back to those videos. So Mile 12 is for you, Gerald. All right, continuing on with the YouTube inspirations, Mile 13 is for Kristen with Running in Makeup. I feel honored that I got my Goofy medal bestowed to me by you. You and Teresa, who is Mile 14, so we'll do both of those together. You and Teresa, as well as Gerald, have inspired me to do the Goofy, do the Dopey, push through the hard times. All of you guys are just so fantastic, and putting your life out there on YouTube to show the good and the bad when it comes to this training. I'm so appreciative of it, and I know other people are. So Mile 13 and 14, Kristen and Teresa, thank you guys so much for all you've done and all you share on the socials. It's very encouraging to all of us, so thank you. All right, Mile 15 and 16, we'll do this one together because it's Heather and Jen. Back in the day, it was Go Find Your Awesome, and then up until recently, it was Runners Without Limits. Just as with the other people that I just, watch the videos over and over, listen to the podcasts, helping me to keep that Disney magic alive when I am not actually at the place, and to listen to, like I said, the good and the bad when it comes to training and tips and tricks. And Heather is very knowledgeable. And so just like with Gerald, Heather, I hope all of those videos never go away, the podcasts never go away, because I will always go back to those. And I'm grateful that I got to meet you in person at Disneyland. Maybe one day you'll find yourself back at the WDW and we can run into each other again. And Jen, I've had the pleasure of getting to run into you a couple times in corrals, and it's always a pleasure. So I hope that both of you are well, and 15 and 16 of my marathon are for you. Mile 17 is for someone so special and so funny, and it's Tara, who, my favorite, and I told her this, that my favorite race recap, one of my favorites to go back that Kristen has ever done, is when Tara finished her first challenge. And that was why I had Tara bestow my half marathon medal to me, because that when she completed her first challenge, just the joy of knowing that she accomplished something that she had set out to do was just fantastic. And she is so funny. Love her humor. And I hope that we get to run into each other at more races. I'm looking forward to the future of getting to watch you achieve even more goals. So mile 17 is for you, Tara. Mile 18 and 19 are for two of my favorites, Jared and Lindsay. You guys are so funny, so fantastic. And like I always tell people, I love Jared and Lindsay, both your YouTube that you guys put out is to remember to not take ourselves too seriously and to always find joy. Lindsay, I love your story, and I love how that is what you want to convey to people, is how to have joy even if things may not be going the way you would like them to. And you do that so well. And Jared, like I said, you remind us to never take ourselves too seriously and just to have fun, because we're supposed to have fun doing this. So miles 18 and 19 are for you too. Mile 20 is for someone that I did get the pleasure of speaking with at Disneyland, and I see her every so often at Disney races, whether I actually get to speak with her or not, and that's Kimberly Estabrook. And the thing that I absolutely love about Kimberly is how she does this type of thing with her family, with Mr. James and Mama. And I told her that at Disneyland. I'm like, I love that it's a family affair with you guys, and you guys do this thing together, and it's just so fun to watch. So thank you, Kimberly, for sharing what you share on your YouTube and on your Instagram, and I love watching you and your family achieve goals. So mile 20 is for you, Kimberly. Mile 21 is for someone that I believe is very special. I haven't gotten a real chance to have a good conversation with her, but I'd follow her on Instagram, and that's Estrella from Fairy Tale Runner. What I love about her is that she's very real about grief, and watching her, walk through that and still, come back and come out to these races and achieve goals and, do it all in remembrance of her family is a very, very special thing. And something I feel like we can learn from her, how to walk through grief, and that grief is okay. And it's going to be an up and a down thing. But she does it with a whole lot of grace. So Estrella, thank you for being real and sharing what that's like. And please continue doing so. It's encouraging, I know, to a lot of people. So mile 21 is for you. All right, mile 22, we're kind of getting into some groups now. Slacker Nation. So anyone that I've ever met through the Jared and Lindsay, or what Riley calls the Ox and Spoon Collective, Legendary Bill Stewart, Jez D, Meredith from Marewares, which one day I'm gonna have you make a costume for me because they're awesome. So all of these people from Slacker Nation, same as with Jared and Lindsay, it's just a group of people doing what we're supposed to do with these Run Disney races, and that's very elaborate costumes and just having the best time out there for every single mile and making them as magical as possible. So Slacker Nation, mile 22 is for you. All right, mile 23 is for the Rise and Run podcast. I've been able to briefly say hi to Jack. I actually had a good conversation with her after the marathon, which is super fun. I've had a chance to say hi to Bob at Wine and Dine. And so I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of those hosts, but I do absolutely love that podcast and love all the things that I learned from them and how they bring on, special guests that are, so inspiring. So mile 23 is for the Rise and Run podcast. Please keep doing what you do. So mile 24 is for the rest of the Mouse Gen crew. Besides Katie and Lake, I've had, gotten to meet this really awesome group of people that are so encouraging of the slower people like me. Most of them start in A. But like I said, they know how to push themselves, but also to have a great time and encourage people like me. And we just, we share this love of running, and it's just really awesome. So I'm honored that I get to hang out with them as much as I do at these race weekends. So for the Mouse Gen crew, and y'all know who you are, mile 24 is for you. All right, we're coming to the end of this marathon thing. Mile 25 is for the Run Disney community. So basically, this is for anyone that I have not already mentioned that has come up to me and said, "Hi, I watch your videos." One person right off the bat, Miss Claudia. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that this marathon weekend actually got several miles that I got to hang out with you on the race course. That was, such a pleasure. And whether you know it or not, you helped me because it was a rough Dopey weekend. But really, this mile is for the whole Run Disney community because there really is nothing like it. The running community in general is always just so amazing to me, but Run Disney specifically, there is just something so special about it. And I love that we all come together and do these really crazy fun things. And I will be forever grateful that I get to be a part of it. So Run Disney community, I'm so thankful for you. Mile 25 is for you. Go a little cliche for mile 26, but that's what I'm gonna do. Mile 26 is for God. really all I want, and I've said this before with doing this platform and, you know, doing something like running, is I want to, you know, use it as a way to honor God and the ability that he's given me to be able to do something like this. And I know that I do not do it perfectly in any sense. But just like reading through the Run the Mile You're In and all of those things that Ryan learned through his running journey and how it increased his faith, I mean, that is what I want, to have a journey like that, and use this as a way to share God's love and how special every single person I come in contact with, how special that person is to him. So mile 26 is for God. Thank you.
Great job. Sorry.
Thank you. It's okay.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We love you so much. Alright, my beloved Amy, this is your marathon medal as your first Dopey. Ready?
My sister is the coolest Dopey finisher I know.
I'm really cool. So cool. I'm so proud of you. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. Ups and downs. You made it. Now we have it together. Now put this on.
Communal suffering.
So obviously I haven't edited this yet, but it's probably a little bit longer of a race recap, but I really wanted to be able to talk about each of these names and these groups that have gotten me to this point. I really do feel like it might be a few years that I will do Dopey again, mostly because I want to experience it without the cold. But I mean, it's getting out there and achieving something like that, and then getting to achieve it alongside all of those people that I mentioned and even more that I haven't even met yet is just, it's such a special thing, and I absolutely love it. Can't wait to see everybody in person again. A little over a year is when I'm planning on coming back. So I love all of you. I cannot wait. Congratulations if you ran during marathon weekend. And if you're running any of the weekends coming up, I cannot wait to cheer all of you guys on from here in a very cold Georgia. Be sure to give this video a like, leave me a comment if you ran the marathon, how did it go? What was your favorite thing about the course? And be sure to subscribe. May not be going back to Disney for a while, but I do have some very fun adventures coming up. Always remember that you are God's masterpiece and that he loves you so much. See you next time.